Hi, this is Tony for Headbangers India, and I'm standing here with
Daniel from AHAB, vocals and guitar.
Hi, Danny. You played Wacken earlier today. How was it?
It was really good. My first time in Wacken was like 1999. Last time was like 2004, and I didn't know what to expect because it's very damn huge, and we're like a kind of an underground band and got a quite early slot, but there were quite some people and it was fun playing. Yeah, it was cool.
How was it to play in the tent?
Well, we're used to playing tents because we, when it comes to bigger festivals, we played like Summer Breeze 3 times. We played Hellfest, I guess 1 or 2 years ago, and we always played in tents. So it's good because you have the stage lights make sense if you play like we did today, like at 1 o'clock. So if we would play on the open air stage, it would make no sense to have the lights. But so we're used to play at tents.
So people will lose the show if they see it outside during the daylight?
No, I wouldn't say that, but it's like it's good to play like in a bit darker light, and you're safe of rain. And if it rains, more people come to see you. So I like playing in tents, and you have no wind, of course.
That's true, because it's been a bit windy this weekend.
Yeah.
So, first of all, why did you choose the name AHAB?
Well, to answer that, I have to go back to 2004 when we when Chris and I founded the band. It was like I had like a funeral kind of doom song and with like nautical lyrics, and Chris' idea was to arrange a band around this Moby Dick theme, and we played together in bands earlier. Yeah, and then we just decided to join forces, and we took his concept and my song and created the band out of that. So it's kind of a mixture of personal interest and fascination of this topic, and the good thing is like if you interpret the sea topic, it's like this, for me it's like always a special feeling. Everybody knows it, almost everybody was at the sea and knows what we are like talking and writing about, so it's obvious that we have to do it.
Well, most of your albums are literary pieces of their own.
Yeah.
And who were your inspirations for that?
Well, first of all, it's like I'd say the interest in the literature itself, because the good thing about it is like it's like in a movie, you can like compose a beginning, you have like an ending, and it's like a closed thing. It's not like song and song and song and song, so it's more like a complete project for us. So doing this interpretations of literature is very interesting for us, and it's like a good platform to compose music.
Who were your influences to start playing music?
Hard to say. It's like, okay, there are things where I can say, for example, who inspired or who brought me to playing the guitar. I was a big Guns N' Roses fan back then, but that of course does not influence my compositions for AHAB. So I'd say I was a big Opeth fan back then. I like Steven Wilson, I like Devin Townsend, and styles of that music combined with this ocean theme. Esoteric was one of the bands that also brought me to this kind of music. So it was like a pleasure for us to be able to go on tour with them.
It was a funny thing. Back, I guess it was in 2012 when we planned the tour, and we were just thinking about who are we gonna ask to join us on this tour, and why not be kind of ballsy and just ask heroes of ourselves, and we asked Esoteric, and the answer was yes. And we were on tour with them in one tour bus, and they turned out to be some of the greatest musicians we've ever met. Great people, personally, musically, everything turned out to be like like a hippie village, the flowers, everything was so cool. Esoteric, very influential for us.
And what about the cover art? Who designs that? Is it one of you guys, or?
No. We have like the thing is the guy who did like the third and our new album is called Sebastian Jerke, and we have like it's like we tell him what the structure. We tell like the very raw structure, and he's like building it up for us.
The structure is, we always have a lyrical groundwork for our records. It's a book, and he reads that book, and then I send him recordings from the rehearsal space when we wrote new songs. I'm gonna be sounding like that, and I put it into the Dropbox of him, and he listens to that, and he reads the books, and then he starts painting. So everything you can ask of a professional artist to do this, to get deep into the material.
So the the scene on our latest album is like the cover art is like it's like a scene behind the scene, because like you have this on the story, you have like a hole in the water where these creepy creatures come out, and we want to have a look behind how it's like to look out of this hole into so he like created the behind the scenery for us.
Do you have any funny stories on tour?
Yes,
No.
tons of. But there's nothing like any scandalous stuff.
No, they're just
Nothing,
funny.
nothing happens with sex and drugs and stuff. It's just it's nothing that we could tell to people, because most of the people wouldn't laugh about it, because it's based on the situation. We meet funny people and we talk tons of rubbish, and then it's funny. But I have a story from somebody else who was told to us. It's the guitar, one of the guitar players in the band called Mammoth Storm from Sweden, Theo. He was an amazing guy. All of the guys in Mammoth Storm became close friends of us, and one night we sat in the tour bus, and he was telling stories from his youth in Sweden, in the forest, and it turned out he told a story. There was a party in a friend's house, and it was clear that everybody will be wasted until evening. There was heavy drinking, and there was a toilet in this house, and everybody knew you can open the door and there's just a toilet in there. Toilet seat, only toilet, tiny room, and somebody who got totally wasted. Of course, at some point he had to puke, and he run towards the door, open it, and puked behind the door. But unfortunately, there was somebody sitting and shitting, and he puked all over him, and he was totally like paralyzed. And the puking guy, in his drunkenness, was thinking, oh fuck, if he's gonna wake up out of his paralyzation, he will kick me in the nuts. Better I hit him first. And then he ran off with his pants down through the woods in winter or something like that. So it's of course not a story of us, but it's one of the funniest stories I've ever heard.
It's a funny story. Yeah.
Like some stupid stuff that just happens. For example, we've been on our last tour in the tour bus. I always like to be like stay awake till late at night and sit next to the bus driver and talk to him and stuff like that. He was driving, he had like some pain in the stomach, and he was like, we were on our way to Berlin. It was like, I guess we have to change the driver because it hurts very much. Okay, and I went to bed, and I woke up again, and the bus driver we had was like a fat guy with a mustache, and the guy who replaced him looked exactly the same. Exactly the same.
In a white shirt.
like his twin. Fat guy, mustache was. Yeah.
Okay.
But nothing spectacular. We're just stupidly funny, and the thing is, we're laughing all the time, but there's nothing spectacular. We're just childish, and that's funny. It's enough for us.
Is there any ideas for a new album?
Yes, there are some.
Because your last album was from 2014?
15,
sorry.
We got some ideas about lyrics, and we have plans to meet and jam. But that's it. Nothing more so far. There's a slight idea of something which probably will work or not. This will turn out, but nothing more.
Okay, do you have anything to say to your fans? Or to the people new listening to you guys?
Thank you very much in the first place. Totally. Thank you very fucking much.
Nothing to add.
Nothing to add.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Great time. We are able and allowed to experience. And of course, it's the fans who make us what we are. So, thank you.
Indian food is awesome.
Well, thank you guys for this interview, and I hope you have a lot of fun at Wacken today.
I guess. Thank you for your interest.